What's up YouTube? It's Brandon here. I've got a few parts that I've ordered from FR Sport for my SR20 rebuild. So what we should have here is a knock sensor wire and some Tomei 256 Poncams. So I should be really excited. My cams were unfortunately a little grooved for some oil starvation, so we end up having to get some new ones that we're going to put into the salvaged head that should be coming fresh out of the machine shop so that we can match these cams to that head. So should be pretty excited, so let's go ahead and see what's in the box. Our knock sensor wire from FR Sport here. It's actually a wiring specialties knock sensor, so completely new replacement. As you can see there, they just sent it straight from their wiring specialties warehouse. It's got really clean, looks like braided protection around the wire, so that's going to be nice to put back into our intake manifold since mine was gone. Let's take a look at these Poncams now. This is the exciting bit. Look at that. Oh yeah, and I also got some Circuit Sport rocket arm stoppers. So just a little something to help us out there. I also had to get a new rocker guide shim, but I ended up having to get a new one. It was like, I think it was like $3. It wasn't very expensive, but you know, a bit of a hassle to get because they are different sizes. Mainly for if you're running a solid pivot kind of hydraulic system there. Not hydraulic. That way you can go into higher RPMs. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Circuit Sports rocker arm stoppers here. So as we can see here, pretty clean, pretty standard, you know, just normal rocker arm stoppers. Come in stainless steel, straight from Circuit Sports. Alright, so we've got a rocker arm stopper here. It's pretty nice finish. Pretty straight. I mean, what more can you ask for? It's a rocker arm stopper. Basically what this guy does is sits on top of the can caps right above your rocker arms, which control you know, your valves going up and down in your head. And basically that rocker sits, one end sits on the valve, one end sits on a hydraulic lifter, and that hydraulic lifter adjusts for any kind of lash so that that rocker arm is sitting up against the cam. What happens though during high rev, when you're really pushing the RPMs on your motor, is that lifter can kind of float up in the air. Once it starts to float, it can kind of just loosen itself out of position and kind of just break or cause all sorts of havoc in there. So basically this guy keeps it from coming up out of its seat and banging around up inside your head, causing a bunch of damage. So the good, nice, cheap insurance to have. And now we open our box. So we see here we've got Tomei Poncams for SR20, S13. So that's the one we want. These guys, they don't tell you on here. So we've got Tomei Poncams here. Unboxing, we get nice little information guide, nice little sticker there. So obviously this will give you instructions on installing. So what's nice about Tomei Poncams when you go with the 256 cams is they give you higher lift and longer duration, I believe. But what's nice about these cams is that you're able to stick with the stock valve train. So if you really need to, you can you know, just drop these bad boys straight in, and it's basically plug and play. Although you could benefit from a tune, but Let's take a look at these. I've got to figure out something with this one-handed. Packaged pretty well. These guys definitely aren't going anywhere. Look at that. Packaged pretty nicely. Got a SR20 DET, like I said, 11.5 lift right there. This is our exhaust cam. Yeah, they're marked right here. Intake and exhaust. Why not open this guy? Came this far. And there is our cam right there. Alright, so here we have our Tomei Poncam out of the box. As you can see here, we've got, let's get it into some better light. As you can see here, we've got Tomei SR20 DET, intake cam, 256 degrees, and 11.5 inches of lift, which is another nice thing about these guys, is they have this little notch here so you can plug your stock cam gears straight into these guys without having to fiddle around and try to find the correct timing on these guys. So really nice piece to have if you're looking to upgrade into some plug and play cams. Can't wait to see how they do in the head. Alright guys, so if you managed to stay to the end of that video, please like the video and subscribe. I'm working on starting this new channel to follow my SR20 DET rebuild for my 240SX that I've been dailing for 5 years. Recently she started knocking, so what we're in the middle of is obviously the rebuild for that motor, and I'm pretty excited. We have a lot of nice quality parts that's going into this rebuild. Really exciting stuff, and I'd really like to kind of keep you guys updated on it and involved in the whole process of the rebuild. I'm going to try to film as much as I can about the install of the components, what I can do. Some of the parts I'm not going to be able to show you because they are being installed. The motor work itself is being done by, some of it's being done by machine shop, and a bulk of it's being done by the Nissan dealership. Now, you may be jumping to conclusions when I say that. The truth is, there are a lot of guys there who are exceptionally experienced with their Nissan tech. The guy who's hooking me up on this deal over at Nissan had his own motor rebuilt there by the same techs that are working in my car right now. He's got forged bottom end, turbo motor. I think it's pretty nice. So I'm pretty confident in the capability that those guys have over there. I'd love to do it myself, but unfortunately in my apartment setting I'm a little limited in what I can take on as far as automotive projects. I'm reaching out and getting a few helping hands to help me with this rebuild. There's a lot of people going into this, all of which will be named at the end of this rebuild. So if you're interested, please like and subscribe, and I will keep you guys updated on a few how-tos and just general updates about the car. I'm kind of experimenting with where this channel will go. Basically, whatever you guys want to see, or whatever I feel may be interesting to you guys to view, I'm going to try my best to put that out for you guys, so hope you stick around. Thanks.